This show is much more than just waxing. It's a movement to empower women to heal and thrive, all while shedding guilt and shame along the way. Have you ever wondered what conversations unfold behind the closed doors of a wax room? Well, wonder no more. We are here to bring those intimate, exciting, and unconventional discussions to the big screen. Each wax strip tells a story, and every story deserves to be heard. So welcome to Wax Room on Air, where we're peeling back more than just wax strips. My name is Choc. I'm your host and coochie connoisseur. We on, right, Spider?
Yep.
Okay. Spider, say what's up to the fucking people. I be talking about you so much.
What's good, y'all?
I be talking about you so much. I know they feel like they know you. Yeah, that's my engineer. He makes my world go fucking around, bro. Alrighty, so my name is Choc. I'm your host and coochie connoisseur. Into this episode, we're gonna catch up a little bit before I introduce y'all to my wonderful guest. And I like to catch up with my guests with things that like the shit that they do that live rent free in my head. And so do you remember on Facebook a couple weeks or months ago, I was like, I'm scared to go to Vegas because I don't want people to paint a bad picture of me. Do you remember what you said back to that?
Not really, but I know it's probably something crazy.
You said I give them the paintbrush.
Oh, yeah, I definitely give them the paintbrush. I don't be caring about what people got to say. None of that. Like, I'm so unbothered.
Fucking how?
I had to learn.
Girl, I'm just like, when you said that, it was a true, like, come to Jesus moment for me. I couldn't even respond because I had to, like, process that shit. Like, learn to get these motherfuckers the paintbrush and live carefree.
Yeah, I let whoever think whatever. I do not be caring at all.
I be like in and say I don't give a fuck, but I do, low key. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, damn, is my stomach a little big? Was I being a bitch? I felt like, even earlier today when I talked to myself, I felt so bad. But it's like, bitch, you know I was recording too. So part of me be like, I don't know, I just be trying to be a decent human being, but that kind of gets you fucked over sometimes. So
yep.
I don't know, but I definitely be worried about what motherfuckers got to say, especially when they try to attack my character, like as a mother.
Yep, that happened to me too, and that's why I made that post.
Bro, that shit and you would think that we catch on to it. You're trying to make me mad because there are women out here who do everything for their fucking kids and really truly do love their kids. And then there are others who don't. But you should already know automatically when you're a good mom and motherfuckers try to attack your character as a mom, they're doing that shit to break you down on purpose.
Yep, because they struggling internally.
Really, and that's the thing too. Like, you might be a questionable parent yourself. I remember towards the end of my breakup, he was like, yeah, and your family said something about the way that you parent and that you give the baby to Kaden all the time, and I'm like, okay, how the fuck does that make me a bad mother? If I gotta wash dishes, if I gotta cook, clean, and suck dick, and I send the baby to play with his big brother, how the fuck does that make me a bad mother? And I just had to realize, like, not internalize that shit. I realized he was trying to get up under my skin by calling me a bad mother.
And girl, when I'm at work, guess what I do? KJ, can you put Kayla in the room right quick? I'm on a phone call, entertain her. You do it. Oh well.
I mean, what the fuck else am I supposed to do? You're fucking gorgeous. You are gorgeous. Your skin is glowing. Your hair is beautiful. Like, you're just fucking gorgeous.
I got it done just for you.
Oh, don't do me like that. Got me feeling all special and shit. You know what? Before we get into the episode, speaking of special, I know you recall, like, you were one of my very first clients in that building over there off of Forest Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, if you was a fucking Forest Lane client, bro, you a fucking OG, bro. You can call my phone any time of day or night. Like, you was an OG motherfucking client, bro. We had this kind of carpet in it. You can't even wax on carpet because it gets so fucking dirty. Like, you shouldn't wax on carpet. I was in the trenches. That's when I first started. And, like, it took clients like Kayla and the other young ladies who were coming to me at that time to believe in me to grow. Like, this shit is called Wax from on Air. I didn't have fucking products. I didn't have labels. Like, I grew into that because y'all believed in me. I'm not finna get on those sentimental, emotional shit right now.
Don't cry.
But you came to me, I waxed you, right? And you had your babies. You're like, can I bring my babies? So, fun fact, I always let my clients bring their babies. I don't have a no kid rule because I understand that some women don't have support. Where the fuck can their kids go? And so I didn't want to take that away from nobody. So my clients have always been able to bring their children into the wax room. I don't have a no kid rule. So she hit me up and she was like, can I bring my kids? I was like, of course. One of the babies where he was so tiny at the time. That was 2019. So how old was the youngest?
Girl, he was 2.
Was he 2?
Yeah, probably right before he turned 2, I think.
Yeah. He was really tiny and he wanted to nurse. And so you put him on your breast and you nursed that baby while you was getting a fucking wax, bro.
Yeah, I had no choice. I had to because I didn't want him crying when I was getting a wax. I was like, hey, come on.
Women, we just do so much. I had a moment. We hadn't broke up yet, but I was still in the house. And so I had this health issue. Ladies, when shit is wrong, your body will fucking tell you, bro. I had this health issue where I was like bleeding for 3 months. Like from September through December of 2022, I was bleeding straight. Like I had a cycle and it wouldn't fucking stop. And so we was like, looking at miscarriage, looking at fibroids, looking at so many different things, trying to figure out what the fuck was going on with my body because this bleeding wouldn't stop. So one of the times, the baby had gotten sick too. And my ex, he was on some bullshit, on some like not coming home at night shit. And he just wasn't there to support at that time. So the baby was sick and I was bleeding. I had to go to the hospital. We both were seen in the emergency department. They had to do an intravaginal sonogram, with the probe. And so, they put the little condom or whatever the little thing is on the probe and they stick it in you. So it was in this moment, and I hate to be so gruesome, but it's just like, it lets me know that God had me where he had me. And like, it was a full circle moment for me in this moment. Okay. So they take the probe to stick it in my vagina. I'm bleeding like crazy. And so her gloves are full of blood. The probe is full of blood. It's like a mess down there. And the baby started crying and he wanted to nurse. And so the other nurse got him out the stroller and she brought him to me. And so now I'm nursing him in this hospital bed with this probe in my vagina and it's bleeding, trying to figure out what's wrong. And it was like what you just said. I'm not gonna cry. I'm a mother. Yes, I have to figure out what's going on with my body, but at the same time, I gotta feed this baby. And it immediately took me to that moment. I felt like you on my wax table feeding those babies while you're getting a wax.
Yeah, we gotta make it happen. Period. Life don't really stop.
It was God. Life don't stop, no matter what. And so that was a real I don't know. It was a very promising moment for me. It made me just become like really proud of you as a woman and as a mother. I really gained a lot of respect for you. Also, I want to touch on the end of this very same wax. I think that was your first wax. You told me, you was like, am I your last client? And I was like, yeah. And you was like, do you mind dropping me off at the bus stop? And I was like, no, like, of course, I will take you if you want to go. You didn't even want me to drop you off. And then you went on to tell me that you had caught, I think maybe 2 buses or a bus and a train, but it was several forms of transportation that you caught to get there. Yeah. Then walked from the bus stop on the corner because it said a couple a little bit back on the street. And also was coming from a fucking shelter.
Yep. I was determined
to get a wax.
Yep.
Do you know how big that made me feel? Like, she went through my company. You know how many wax places you passed on the way?
Yep.
And you chose to get waxed by me. And bigger than that, you were putting your self-care first.
Yep. It had to be you.
I'm fucking honored. I'm honored that you chose me. But just bigger than that, like, how did you know to like put your self-care first? Like, obviously, if you're in a shelter, home situation is not the best. If you're on the bus, car situation is not the best. How did you know how to still put self-care first?
I was just going through a lot at that time, and I was like, I'm finna do something for me. And if they gotta come, they gotta come. But I'm gonna get there.
Wow. Fucking wow. So, if you can remember, tell me about your experience, like after you got your wax, and no plug to my business.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know how you felt on the inside as a woman. Like, did it achieve what you were looking for?
Well, yeah, it did, and I think that was the first time I ever got a wax. So I was kind of nervous, like, is my skin gonna peel off? Is it gonna hurt? Like, but it was like a breeze. Like, you didn't take too long. Like, you was professional, friendly. I loved it.
Oh, y'all, ladies, for real. If you out there drowning in just life, motherhood, relationship issues, money issues, career, school, religion, whatever the fuck you out here struggling with, I don't give a fuck if it's that you just want to upgrade your wardrobe. Start doing things for yourself. Self-care is so fucking important because as women, we pour into our husbands, into our boyfriends, into our children, into these jobs. And our cup is the last one to be filled. So it's very important that we learn how to put self-care first. But as decent as that little conversation was, that was just the beginning. We're gonna get into we're gonna go ahead and get into the episode now. So my guest today is one of my clients. So she already knows how this process goes. But for those of you who are listening who may have never been waxed before, I'm still gonna walk you through the process. Essentially the segments are basically just like a wax step. Alrighty, y'all. Today we have joining us a very loving, protective, and devoted mother and woman. Y'all, she the type of mama that fucking breastfeed her kids until they like until they like 3. You know, if somebody breastfeeding their baby that fucking long, they don't play about their motherfucking kids, bro.
They don't.
They devoted. Okay, she's the breastfeeding type mama. A very beautiful young lady, intelligent, resilient. I love that you don't give a fuck what nobody think about you, and you just unapologetically yourself.
Yep.
I desire to have that attribute one day. But without further ado, y'all, welcome Miss Kayla Malloy.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
Thank you so much for coming on, Kayla. We're gonna get into your wax. So my name is Choc. I will be your waxer today. This show is for naked conversations. So I ask that you remove all mask, all armor, and leave any facades at the door. With that being said, Kayla, are you naked?
Yes, I am.
Yay! Alrighty, so in the wax room, I have to check the temperature of the wax first. I don't want to burn my client, but I also need the wax to be warm enough to spread. So what that translates to on the show is just a mental health check-in. I just try to see you hot, cold, warm. How are you doing? So with that being said, let's do a little temp check. How are you doing mentally, Kayla?
I am great.
I love it. I love it. So how long have you been in a great mental space?
Maybe about, see, my baby, she about to be 2, so maybe a year and a few months. Because when I had her, I had postpartum.
Oh, okay.
And didn't really have nobody to, I guess, get me through it. So I was just, going through the motions, and I just got out of it myself. So
postpartum. For her to be 2 and you to be in a good headspace, that says a lot. I did not know that the effects of postpartum last 2 years. Like, your hormones, even in your body, don't balance out for the first 2 years of that baby's life. I did not fucking know that. I just learned that like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So that's amazing to hear that you're in a great, mental space, a better mental space from postpartum. I would say the same for me. Mari is 2. And like, I just did a live a couple minutes ago and I'm like, yo, I'm actually like, I'm decent. I'm actually doing O fucking K. One of my good friends, her name is Shayla. Shout out to you, baby girl. She sent me a voice note and she was like, we were checking on each other, and in her voice note, she was like, "Oh my God, you sound better." In fact, I think I'm gonna play the note, play the voice note. I'm gonna see if she gets straight into it. Because she was like, "You sound so much better." And it was just really an accolade for me because postpartum was hard as fuck to get through. When did you realize that you were suffering with postpartum?
I think she was 2 months. I was trying to find somewhere to live, because I had to stop working to take care of her, and having my baby in the shower was a whole
Oh,
thing in itself. And I was trying to, get them like they clothes, like I said, find somewhere to live, and just trying to figure out where we're gonna be, what we're gonna do, stuff like that.
you gave birth to her in the shower?
Yes, and then it was not planned like that. I was trying to have a water birth in the pool, but I didn't even have the pump to blow up the pool. So
Oh my fucking God. Who was there to help and aid?
my babies was there. I was asking them to bring me water because I was like thirsty and going to the bathroom or whatever, and they was going back and forth. And before they went back to their room, I was like, okay, y'all, just give me a few minutes, whatever. I'm in pain, and they end up, I think, watching TV or something. When I came back, I had her in my arms.
Kayla, you are a fucking superwoman. Like,
Thank you.
what?
Yeah, it was crazy.
You delivered this baby out. You are just the fucking epitome of strength.
Thank you. I
And
had a midwife, but yeah, they was like 2 hours late. So
it's crazy because I kind of had, I want to know, bitch, I'm not even finished. I can't even say I had a similar experience. The doctor had left out the room. The nurse had left out the room, right? The doctor was dressing up. And so they told me to go pee one last time before they gave me the epidural. Cause bitch, I get epidurals. Fuck y'all natural bitches. Shout out to y'all. Cause I ended up being one by accident. But anyways, as for me, bitch, give me the fucking epidural. So she was like, go use the bathroom one last time. And so I go in to use the bathroom and I feel like I gotta poop. Mind you, I don't know anything about this because I had an epidural with Kaden. So I've never felt anything below my waist during childbirth except for them fucking contractions. So Darian kept saying, like, I think it's time. I think it's time. And I was like, no, babe, like, I think I gotta make a bow, like have a bowel movement. Mind you, I do not. And when I'm in a relationship, baby, I don't do not even think I poop. Cause no, I don't. I don't use the bathroom in front of my man. I go all the way on the other side of the house. Like no, like you cannot know that I poop. Ew, like no. So in that moment, he's standing there in the fucking doorway, and it's like I think I gotta poop, but I don't want him to leave because like I'm in pain. So it's like, oh my God, he's gonna see me have a bowel movement. And I just kept calling it a bowel movement. I was like, I think I got it. I think it's the bowel movement. I think it's the bowel movement. And then he was like, no, Choc, I think the baby's coming. And then it was like, oh shit, the baby is coming. I see his head. And he grabbed the baby out of my vagina like I don't even know if he was screaming for help. That shit happened so fucking fast. I'm just grabbing the handicap thing and I'm like, up on the toilet like this, pushing the baby out, but I wouldn't grab the baby. You got me fucked up. I'm not finna grab a baby out my coochie.
Oh my God, you have to.
You grabbed her out. I wouldn't touch my own coochie. He grabbed the baby.
Yeah, well, so I originally got in the shower just because I had like so much pain in my back and stuff. And my friend, she was a doula. Well, she's a doula now. She was like, it's a student midwife, whatever back then. She was like, okay, just get in the shower and let the water hit your back. I said, okay. I turned the water on, got on all fours in the shower, and then I was just having contractions. Like they come back to back, back to back. And I ended up calling her. She was like, I don't think you're going to have her now. You don't sound like you in so much pain. I said, okay. And I hung up with her. Not even 3 minutes later, I put my hand by my vagina and I ended up feeling her head. I was like, well, I'm finna have her. And no, she just slid right on out.
He did slide out. I wasn't fucking touching him. If it wasn't for Darian, he would have been in the toilet. Cause I just remember, like, I'm telling you, I did this number right here. Let me put this damn iPad down. Like, if this was that handicap boy, I grabbed that motherfucker and I was just like, pushing. Like,
Mhm.
well, the contraction was doing its own thing anyways. And it wasn't, I was trying to run to the bed. Like, I wanted to run to the bed. And they was like, no, get back. Like,
Mhm.
lay back. Like, you finna have this baby on this motherfucking toilet. And again, if it wasn't for that man grabbing that fucking baby out my coochie, that baby would have been right in that damn toilet. Cause I didn't even know. I don't know. I just remember freezing.
Mhm.
I didn't know what to do. I damn sure wasn't doing this though.
Yeah, well, I had KJ and Kygan at the hospital anyway. I got induced with them, and I had epidural, but with Kygan, it wore off, so I felt everything in my back. But I think the pain was probably more with the epidural with him because it kept wearing off. Like, so,
Ooh, that gotta be painful
yeah,
and agitating.
yeah, wore
I
off twice.
They kept giving me some damn pain medicine that wasn't working, and it got to the point where stop bringing that shit in here. We really need. I need to bring a doula and some midwives on so we can really just raise awareness about how Black women are treated in the medical industry or field or whatever the hell you want to call it when it comes to pregnancy and even postpartum. Thank God I had a really great doctor. I ended up switching to a really great doctor who advocated for me because I did have a lot of postpartum issues. But he did come to me one day and he was like, "You are at a high mortality. Black women have the highest mortality rate in postpartum." And he had, I mean, eye to eye, a serious conversation like, "Girl, you got some shit to worry about." And he was an older white man, like well into his 80s or what have you. But if I ever had, baby, that's gonna be my doctor. I told him, please don't retire. Give us another, well, at the time, give us another year or two. We're gonna do this shit again.
Mhm.
Don't retire for the next 5 years. But I don't know what to tell you because, yeah, that didn't work out. So don't retire for another 10 years.
Mhm.
But it's very important because we get, like, they wouldn't give me medicine. She tried to allude to the fact, like, she asked me, she was like, have you ever been addicted to prescription medications or methamphetamines or what do they call them fucking shit like Oxycontin? What are they called?
Hydros.
Yeah, it's like a family of them. I forget what it's called.
Benzos.
Benzos and opioids. And she was like, have you ever had a opioid addiction? Bitch, what? Because I want some pain medicine because I'm fucking in labor.
Yeah, they always do that to us. That's why I hate going to hospitals having babies.
I had a doula. I don't know what the fuck she was. And I said I wasn't gonna blast her ass. So I'm just gonna keep it P. But I did have a lady that I was working with, and I'll just say that shit didn't work out. So I ended up just having a hospital birth, and I kind of knew my rights from all the research that I had did. But yeah, I really do. We really need to kind of like advocate and bring awareness to how Black women are treated when we are pregnant and in postpartum, because there were several times where I could have lost my life and at the fucking hands or the care of somebody who really didn't give a fuck about me because of my skin color,
Yeah.
or they think we being dramatic.
And then, like, it's funny because if somebody, like, that I'm Facebook friends with, whatever, say they pregnant, first thing I do is inbox them. You gonna have a water birth? You gonna breastfeed? What you gonna do? Let me know so I can help you, for
I
real.
love it. Okay, so what about that space? Have you ever thought about entering that space like professionally?
In what, 2020, I was gonna try to, like, take a little class to be a doula, but I forgot what happened, and I just said, forget it. I'll try again in another year or so. But I do want to be a doula because I love when, women are pregnant and going natural and stuff like that. So,
You are definitely a nurturer through and through. That would be a perfect practice. We're going to talk about that.
yeah.
We're going to manifest that because that would be a perfect practice for you. And I would love for you to be mine.
Yes, I will.
Alrighty, y'all. So that was a temp check. The next thing that I do in my wax session is I pull the bikini strip. And essentially that just kind of gets them ready for the wax. It's just a little quick 1-2, and it lets them know what they're about to expect. So that translates on the show into an icebreaker question. So I'm going to ask you an icebreaker question. Kayla, I'm about to pull your bikini strip. Are you ready?
Yes.
What is your most embarrassing memory?
I mean, I don't really get embarrassed too much. But
Do you know that's why I chose this question for you?
I mean, I really can't think of a time I've been embarrassed for real because I really don't be caring. Like, I'm so serious.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I'm serious for real. I can't think of nothing.
Nothing. I'm always fucking even this show low key is a little bit embarrassing to me. Like I be shy and bashful and just like maybe I shouldn't put it out because of X, Y, and Z because I cried. It was episode 2. I broke down and cried and I could not control that shit. And I was like, I'm not airing the fucking episode.
I think you should air it's human nature to show emotions. Like you can't be a robot.
I don't know.
I think you should.
So you ain't never like, okay, what's some shit that I've been embarrassed about? Falling in front of people.
No.
A nigga like playing in your face, breaking your heart.
I got played with plenty of times. I don't care. Drop one, get 2 more.
I fucking love this shit. I need a crash course. I'm not to give a fuck. Okay. So I'm gonna tell y'all my most embarrassing memory. That shit just happened to me too, like a few months ago. In last October. This is legit. I've never had an embarrassing moment until this. I say I be embarrassed all the time. That's some bullshit. This shit was truly fucking embarrassing. So how do I say this? I had went on a hiatus, right? After my breakup, I went to heal. And so I had left social media alone for like 9 months. I moved to Vegas. I was completely fell off the face of the earth, okay? And the only thing that made me start to come back to the scene was one of my clients, she was getting married. And so the wedding had came up and like we were out, outside and shit celebrating the wedding. So ever since that little bleeding disorder I told you about my cycle, it just been different. So I hadn't had a cycle for a very long time. To the point where I was like, I know goddamn well I'm not gonna have another baby. Okay. Like I'm not gonna have another baby. But I wasn't getting my cycle. And so I kind of got used to not having one.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at my app and it wasn't time for me to have it. Wop the wop, whoop the whoop, fuck the details. Don't none of that matter. I went out to reserve the section. I got out earlier before them. And I went to, I forgot where I was. It was somewhere in Uptown. I had on all fucking white. And I was fine too, bitch. Straight off of Fashion Nova. This was the first time I had my hair, nails, everything done in almost a year. So I got on this all white suit. I'm feeling myself. I'm on live. I'm dancing. I'm twerking in these white ass pants. And my fucking cycle started.
Yeah, I could imagine that being bad.
And I was on live, y'all. I was like popping ass on live and I didn't even know. I'm just like by myself because I go out by myself all the fucking time. I don't need a crowd at all. So I'm literally like, y'all be my crowd on live. Like I be twerking for the fucking camera. So I'm really just like over here, like really popping shit. I'm really doing some ass was moving and shit. And then my views start going up and comments start just like, check your inbox, check your inbox. And I don't know, it was something. When I seen check your inbox, I was like, please no. And I went to my fucking inbox and the girls was like, get off of live right now and go to the bathroom. And I can't even say that I didn't live it down because I don't even know who know. I might be telling my business now because I think everybody that was on there was pretty much like, they were careful and they were considerate and, it's okay. And I was like, because I was like, oh my God, how long, like, could you see? Was it a lie? Was it obvious or whatever?
Yeah. I probably would have stayed on and be like, well, hey, real, hey, I cleaned up. Hey, y'all, okay, everything good.
I was proud of myself. I went home, took a shower, put on some black clothes, and I came back out to the club.
Yeah.
Because one of my homegirls, she was like, that's who you are. You are a staple in the community for vaginal health, for womanhood, for periods, for pussy. Like, why would you be embarrassed by starting your cycle when that's literally what your whole fucking business is built around, womanhood?
Precisely.
And I was like, bitch, you right. Like, bitch, I am the coochie connoisseur and coochies bleed and mine started to bleed. So, oh, fucking well. Like, but bitch, I was embarrassed. So you wouldn't be even.
No, I really don't get embarrassed at all.
Kayla.
I'm for real.
That's why this gonna be a good ass motherfucking episode, y'all. We finna get into this shit for real. I love it. This next segment is called Waxing Session. We finna go ahead and get into the gangster shit. In my wax room, I ask my clients to butterfly for me. You know what that means. If you don't know what that means, basically they have to open their legs and let me get all up in a business, y'all. So if I can see all the hair, the more hair I can see, the more hair I can get. So they have to open up. That's really just the bottom line. They gotta open them legs up and let me get all in their business. With that being said, Kayla, will you butterfly for me?
Yep.
No, she did it. I did it on one episode. I can't do it because I got a dress on and I'm a lady. Alrighty. So you will butterfly for me, correct?
Yes.
Tell me about what happened on the motorcycle that day.
So, what I remember was even before I got there, I was working at the convention center. It was like a CBD convention. I had found a job on Winolo, this app for jobs or whatever, and I had been drinking. The ground was wet because it had been raining that day, and I text Cupcake man and tell him, "Hey, I'm drinking. I'm finna come swallow your, you know what." And, boom. So be ready, whatever. So he texts back and
he texts back.
was like, okay, cool. I had a shower ready for you. Because every time I went over there, I would get in the shower, just before we, did whatever. So I had somebody take me to his house because he stayed probably 5 minutes away from, I think, where I was, whatever, maybe a few more minutes anyways. And I got to his apartment first, and he cannot see me from the 17th floor because the way his apartment is, if you look outside, he'd be looking at the other side of the street, not where I always came in at.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got there, the concierge waved me up because the first time I got to his apartment, she did call him and to see if it's okay if I can come up. Every time after that, she just waved me up, took me to the elevator. So
let me say something real quick. I do that now. He's not my man. He my sponsor. I be calling him my sponsor. But I leave that man house and I be waving at the fucking neighbors and shit. Like I belong in the neighborhood.
Right. That's what I did too. So boom, I got to his apartment or whatever. He greeted me, whatever. We hugged, whatever. And I was still drunk, obviously. So he was like, "You want to see my new spider I got?" I was like, "Yeah, show me, whatever." We went back outside. He went to a little parking garage, whatever. And we got on it, and what I remember was he was just going fast, and like I said, the ground was wet, so he should have probably slowed down a little bit. But yeah, I guess got an accident with him. But I think my mom or my dad, whoever told me, was I guess he hit the pole first, and then I hit the pole. I don't remember the accident really, but I just remember before, and I was like drunk, so he was driving, not me, and I woke up in the hospital.
Whoa. So for you, I've always wondered in these situations, like where people end up on life support and stuff like that. All you remember is being on a motorcycle at some point,
Mm-hmm.
and then you wake up in a hospital bed.
Yep.
How much time had passed?
Girl, probably 3 weeks or a month.
Fuck.
And I missed my baby's birthday because I was in the hospital.
So is it like, say for instance, the wreck happened March 1st, right? It's March 1st. Your baby birthday is March 6th or whatever. When you wake up in that hospital bed, do you have any sense of like temporal, like of time?
No. And I think the accident happened probably January 2020, I think. My baby birthday was February 4th. So yeah, I was still in ICU on his birthday. I think probably the middle of February or closer to March is when I guess woke up, whatever, because I was in ICU on life support. I had everything down my throat and everything. Like the picture I posted on Facebook, that's how I was.
Do you mind if we share the picture on this podcast episode?
Yeah. You can show it. Yeah, I posted it because
you don't have to pull it up. I'll insert it.
Okay,
when they edit it, I'll have him insert it.
Okay, yeah, but y'all don't mind. And yeah, and I don't know, it was crazy. Like when I woke up, I had a tube down my throat or whatever. I couldn't really move. I had injuries. I had a neck brace. My arm got broke. I have a scar now because they did surgery. The major organs that could, I guess, get damaged did. And they said there's like a 40% chance I would have made it because all the internal injuries I had. Uh, my eyes was bleeding, my brain was bleeding. It was blood coming out my nose. My sister said just everything that could happen or break or whatever did. So
You don't have any recollection of none of that?
no.
Wow. Fucking wow. So I want to go back to the accident a little bit. Do you have any recollection of going fast? Like, besides obvious, it was raining and he was going fast.
Yeah, I remember he was going fast and he say I was squeezing him too hard because I was drunk. I don't believe that to be true because if I'm drunk, I'm not finna be having the hook strength because I'm drunk. Like I feel like it's way less than what it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
And neither of us was wearing helmets anyway, so I know that played a part too. I probably wouldn't have had a concussion or whatever, or memory loss if I was wearing a helmet. And yeah, I just know he was going fast, and I was like, no, slow down. I remember saying that, and I don't remember the accident. I don't remember it all.
In ICU, did you wake up on your own? Were you medically induced coma, or were you really like just like on life support? Like,
I was on life support. My cousin said that I was real close to dying. And I don't know if I died and they brought me back, but she just said I was real close to dying. And then I guess when they saw me, they thought I was, already gone. So
you know what? That raised a question for me. They probably not gonna tell you. Your family probably not gonna tell you how serious it is because of the emotional and mental trauma that it could cause. So if you were resuscitated, it's not even necessary for you to know. Regardless, you are a survivor, and thank God for that. Seriously, thank God for saving you, protecting you, and keeping you. Um, my recollection of the situation was I got an inbox. Somebody DM'd me and was like, "Your client died." Like
and I wonder how they know. Probably because he went live or something about it.
I remember it being in that. You remember that moms group? Shout
Mm-hmm.
out to you, Destiny. What was that called? Shit moms.
Mm-hmm.
That group.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was somebody from that group that had inboxed me and told me like, "Hey, your client died." And I was like, "What?" And then I go to your page and I didn't. I mean, it was nothing on there, and so I just inboxed you like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I really had I didn't know anything until your name popped up on the books again.
Mm.
And we talked about it briefly. Like you told me like you was on life support.
Yeah.
Um, it's just crazy how life changed so fast. Even as a waxer for me, it's like, damn, even from that day, like I never know when it's gonna be my last time waxing a client, even in just a great mental state. Cause I imagine you still have trauma and triggers from that situation. Like the Kayla I waxed in that moment was about to go through some very life changing shit. And she
Yeah.
would never be the same Kayla again. And I don't know. That's why I really just take them little 30-minute sessions and I hold on to them because that shit changes in the blink of a fucking eye. So with this accident, is anybody at fault?
Yes, I feel like the Cupcake man is at fault because number one, neither of us had a helmet. Let's start there. Plus, I don't know, he claimed his diabetes was bothering him or whatever, so he probably shouldn't have been driving anyways because, if you a diabetic, stuff can happen fast and it's too late, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, just wasn't smart to be on it.
Do you know what happened with the accident? Was somebody veered too fast, got over,
No, I
lost
think he
control?
probably just turned too fast and hit the pole, and I flew and hit the pole with my head and stuff, and body hit the pole.
Oh my God. Okay, let's go back to the hospital bed. You woke up, and I know you're struggling with memory loss, so it's perfectly fine if you don't remember. I just kind of want to be able to, put our foot in your shoes for a moment. Going back to you laying in that hospital bed, when you're coming to and you're waking up, what is your mindset? What are you thinking? How do you feel?
So what I remember was, I woke up and the room, I don't know, it seemed like somebody was in the room with me. It was like a dark figure, what I remember.
Oh my God.
And I was trying to talk, but I couldn't. And I just remember screaming. Like, I guess I was so loud. Somebody finally came in there, and I was like, somebody in here with me. And he was like, nobody's. I said, yeah, somebody's on the right side of me. And I guess I was on medicine or whatever. I think they took me off that 'cause I guess they thought I was going crazy or whatever. But it was somebody in that room with me. Like, I know for a fact it was.
Wow. I'm going to expound on that a little bit in a minute. I want to ask you about your kids. Do you have any recollection of like remembering you were a mom or that you had children?
Yes. I remember asking, I think the nurse would have known me or my babies. Like, I need to see my children. Yeah, I remember that for sure. I can't forget my babies because they know we all each other have. So it was just me and
Right.
still is. So yeah.
I imagine it. Like, because you know, sometimes as a mom, you get tired and you wake up. Like, I have woken up from a nap in a frantic scream, thinking that I had left them in the bathtub or something, you know, knowing I was really tired. And all I can remember is that I needed to bathe them. And it's like, fuck, did I leave them in the tub? Like, so I can only imagine. And then I've had health scares, nothing that serious ever. And in those moments when my vitals are in and out and like lights are hella bright and I'm fainting or whatever, I always think about my kids. It's like it kind of make me want to just do better, be better. Like when I leave here, let me get my shit together because if I do have to close my eyes forever, God forbid, that is prematurely that these kids are taken care of.
Yeah, and I'm just glad, you know, I didn't pass away. I'm like, where would they be? Would they be separated? You know, like, because he didn't want them. So yeah, I'm just glad it didn't happen like it was thought to or whatever.
So let's talk about that a little bit. You said he didn't want them. Are you talking about their dad?
Yes, he did not want them because even before, when I was at the shelter, I said, "Can you get them so I can get my life together?" He told me no. I said, "Okay." I never asked for nothing else after that.
You have no contact with him at all.
Last time I saw him was a little over a year. It was around wintertime. I asked him to get them some car seats because I had washed their car seats, took them apart, lost some pieces, and they needed coats too. And he came, didn't have nothing in his hand. I was like, "You had 2 weeks to get something. I gave you time." Like, after that, he stopped answering the call, stopped texting me back. I said, "Okay, I'm not finna chase nobody down."
I'm not doing that chasing shit.
Mm-mm.
Is he on child support?
Yeah, girl. It's like sometimes 100 here, 100 there, $20 here.
Oh, he don't keep a job.
It was $13 today. I can buy some Wendy's.
Get a burger.
Yep, little 4 for 4.
Little fofo, you childish. Little fofo, because I swear we be getting hair done, nails done. Nigga think he funding the podcast with his little bitch ass child support check. Boy, that little.
But actually, I think after the accident, when I had got an apartment by North Park, it was like a little townhouse. I got his first little stimmy. You know, I did. Hey, we finna go on a trip.
Y'all, me, we finna go flex with my baby daddy fucking money. I know that's right. I mean, men look at child support like, and this is a whole different topic, like it's a punishment, and it's not, baby. It's simply just an obligation. Take care of your child. Do I believe a man who takes care of their children should be put on child support? No, I don't. But is it the end of the world? No, it's absolutely not. It's only fucking 20% of your income. If you got multiple kids, it goes down to 18, 17% of your income. You're not dying by paying child support. Take care of your fucking kids. You had a responsibility that you created. So I do kind of want to backpedal a little bit to this accident, to the hospital and everything. You said you were in this hospital room and it was a dark figure over you. When you said that, that reminded me of this speech that Denzel Washington gave. And he was saying in this speech, I think it was to a graduating class, he was saying, imagine you're on your deathbed and all of your hopes and dreams are standing around your hospital bed, staring at you, getting ready to die with you. And I'm paraphrasing. Anything you ever wanted to do in life that you didn't take the chance on is staring at you like, you let us die, we're going to die with you. Another part of that is I heard a saying that says something like the graveyard is the richest place in the world because millions and billions of dollars worth of dreams die with people every day. So when you say you're in a hospital bed and it's a dark figure standing over you, my mind kind of goes there. Like, were you facing death? Is that what happens right before a person closes their eyes forever? What could it that been some of your dreams or goals that you haven't achieved yet, or some regrets or what have you? So that's my take on the dark figure, what the dark figure could be. What do you think that dark figure was standing over you?
Yeah, I think it was death because I was kind of telling my mom about it, and I was like, I guess the guy or whatever didn't believe me when I was trying to tell him. She was like, "Oh, I believe," because her godmom is like not a prophetess, but she kind of got a gift. I can't really describe it, but she, I guess one day when I was in ICU before they switched me, being in a different room, she said she saw a dark man, a dark figure. She thought it was a Cupcake man, but you know, it wasn't a human or whatever. And she was like, "You see that?" Talking to my mom, and she was like, "No." And the lady knew, oh, it's death. You know, right there, it was right by my
Wow.
toes, and they had the thing where they, I guess, if you got a pulse on my feet, because I guess all the life was out my body, and they couldn't get a pulse nowhere but my toes. So
That is fucking crazy. Um, have you ever had sleep paralysis before?
yes,
Okay, so you know, with sleep paralysis, the way to get out of that is that you wiggle your toes. So the feeling in your toes is like one of the last things to go. Like no matter how much of a relaxed state your body is in, you want to try to move your fingers or your toes in the event that you're trying to wake yourself up out of those attacks. So that's just kind of like a little tidbit for anybody who ever struggled with sleep paralysis and you trying to break yourself up out of that. I haven't had that shit happen to me in a long time, thank God.
yeah, me
That shit
too.
is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Is this synonymous to how you felt in the hospital?
Mm, it was just crazy.
She's like, no.
Like,
I didn't
yeah,
know. I don't know what the fuck that was.
yeah, I don't know. It was just like I just know, like I said, I was trying to yell, scream, but I had something in my throat and didn't know it at the time. And
could
I don't
not scream.
remember if they told me my injuries, but I just, yeah, it was so much going on and I couldn't really move. I had a arm brace, and I didn't even know I had an arm brace until I was from the lead hospital. I was like, "What is on my arm? Like, why y'all didn't say nothing?"
Damn.
Yeah, my hair had came out. I lost a lot of hair. I had patches in my head. Like,
Wow.
it was a lot.
How did he support you throughout this? First of all, what were his injuries?
He probably had a scratch.
Wow.
I think that was it. He was able to leave that same day or same night.
Okay, and now how did he support you?
Um, I feel like he could support me way more. But for whatever reason he didn't. He stayed probably 5 minutes, if that, from the hospital. And
Oh wow.
I remember him only coming 2 times, and I was upset that he didn't come more. You know, the hospital food is horrible. He didn't bring me no food. And I remember the last time he did come, he asked me to move in with him. But me and my babies, I was like, I don't know. Because he ended up telling me he had a baby on the way with somebody, and he was, I guess, saying it was an accident or whatever, blah, blah,
I
blah.
know you fucking lying.
Girl.
Wait a minute. We done got into an accident on your fucking motorcycle. I done damn near lost my life, so I'm on life support coming out of ICU, and you come into my fucking hospital room and tell me you got a baby on the way?
Exactly.
He told you in the hospital that in your hospital room that he had a baby on the way.
Yeah.
Good fucking night.
Somebody, I know how it happened. Nigga, you know how it happened. What do you mean?
Is that the baby? No, because that don't add up. That's the new baby, right?
The baby probably, what, 3, 4 now?
Oh, he has multiple children?
Yep.
How many children did he have when y'all met?
1. And I met that baby when she was in kindergarten, when I was 19.
Speaking of, walk me through that. Where did y'all meet? How did that? What that look like? Okay, smile.
Girl. So we met at CMS. It was a job in Richardson. Catastrophe Management Solutions. We was working 7 to 7, 7 days a week. And that's when I had no children. I was,
Oh wow,
baby, real fine. He was on my body. Do you hear me? For real. And I remember, like, he was trying to talk to me, whatever. I was like, he lame. And I mean, he still is, by the way. But
why you call that man?
I was like, no, I see what he about or whatever. And the reason I really started giving him a chance to talk to him because I remember one day he was going to a phone store to either pay his bill or to connect the phone or something he was doing. I don't remember at the time, but he was mad because I wouldn't kiss him, and he was kind of being a crybaby about it. So I was like, okay, man, give me a kiss.
Not too mad you can't get a kiss.
Like, definitely on my body.
Them lips is juicy.
No, for real.
They popping, okay?
But yeah, so I ended up giving him a kiss, and that's when he stayed in South Dallas or whatever. And, I was talking to a woman at the time, and she was mad that I was talking to him too. I guess she just wanted me by herself, or I don't know. But
okay.
Yeah, so I mean, we were still working together. I think until he left the job for whatever reason or whatever, and it was like kind of on and off after that. But I drove his car to my school and everything. I was going to Sanford Brown. I was going to be a nurse assistant, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, so I was around him a lot. Went to his child's school and everything when she was in kindergarten.
Wow.
So,
were y'all in a relationship or
no, we were just messing around.
A situationship?
Yeah, but I wouldn't have sex with nobody but him.
So, I mean, that's typically how I go.
Yeah, I don't like share my body with multiple people at the same time. I don't do that.
It's the no go. So no real commitment. But y'all are Oh, you hadn't had children at the time, so y'all not technically. Well, y'all kind of blending families because the baby girl is still, a part of the family. So y'all are blending families. You don't have any children at the time. So where did the separation occur? Like where you got pregnant?
I forgot what he did to me because I kept giving him chances. I saw all these red flags, thinking it was a carnival, level of carnival.
Six Flags, bitch.
So
my therapist be asking me that about homeboy. She was like, "You did not recognize that as a red flag, my precious." No, bitch, I thought it was a green flag.
For real, level of roller coaster. But yeah. So I cut him off for a time. Got pregnant with my oldest baby, and I think I posted on Facebook or something, and he ended up inboxing me. He was like, "You pregnant?" with a whole bunch of question marks, a million question marks. I was like, "Yeah, so why?" He was like, "Nothing, congrats." I said, "Thank you." I was like, "But wait, why you say that?" He was like, "Nothing." So boom, he came to me. So my stomach, whatever, boy, it was hot. Do you hear me? And he can't deny that. He was hot. He was mad. And that should be my baby.
Okay, they say, what? Oh, baby, they love that. They love that line.
Love that line. I was like, "I want to mess with you. You want to mess with me? I'm not finna wait around for you." Like, no, like.
Do you feel like you did him wrong by getting pregnant?
No, because I won't mess with him at the time. I wasn't worried about him. Once I'm off you for that, I'm off you until I'm back on you.
Bring your mic a little, like, turn it away. Yeah. Okay, so they say women can't take accountability, right? Mm-hmm. And so I had a similar situation with Mari. I was with, I need a nickname for him. On the last episode, what he called him JJ Fish. Do you know who JJ Ice Fish is? Mm-hmm. That man do not look like JJ Fish. He do not. No, the fuck he don't. Y'all not finna do that man like that. So the tall nigga with the beard. That's for the sake of this episode. That's gonna be his nickname, the tall nigga with the beard, because that's what everybody call him. He had re-entered my life on some like peekaboo shit, like what's up, what you doing, whatever. And so he was actually really proving himself. Like he would text me every day. He would offer to send flowers. He would offer to buy lunch. He would offer to just like, I don't know, date, court, whatever the case was. He even told me like, I want to be honest with you because you said I wasn't honest last time. I am like seeing somebody casually or whatever. Okay, cool. We going on walks in the park and shit. I hate niggas. If a nigga take you to the motherfucking park, red flag, bitch. We going to the parks and shit. And then everything going good. And I'm kind of like, all right, I like this nigga a little bit again. And then he called me and he was like, I just want to be friends. Wait a minute. Fuck no. The walk in the park. Do you know this motherfucker told me like, you need to start thinking about marriage. Cause I wasn't on that. I was on this waxing shit. Like I was on growing my business, and he was like, it's time for you to start thinking about marriage." Like he wanted to get married, he wanted to settle down, and so I started to check myself. Like, okay, maybe it is time for me to get married or whatever the case is. And so he planted that seed, and I started to think about it. Within a few weeks, he called and was like, "I just want to be friends."
How?
What? Nigga, you was just fucking telling me you wanted to get married. Now you want to be friends. That's weird. So I asked him, like, "Are you with somebody else?" He said he was dating. So have you made it official over there? Like, what is the case? Why do you just want to be friends? He never gave me a solid answer, and I just cut the nigga off. In that time frame though, at the time we had started back sleeping together. When I cut him off, I went through my little sadness or whatever. And that was February 17th, 2021. Bitch, I will never forget. It was a couple of days after Valentine's Day. This motherfucker just wants to be friends. The last time that we fucked, I think was February 15th. Another red flag, bitch. That nigga fuck you after February 15th. Bitch, that's a red flag. But my dumb ass, just like, we ain't committed, so I wasn't expecting nothing for Valentine's Day anyways. And plus, I was waxing at the time, so I was in the fucking studio all day and all night anyways. I couldn't do nothing for Valentine's Day if I wanted to. I was waxing pussy around the clock. So anyway, he hit me February 17th, and he said he just want to be friends. He don't really give me an explanation. I stopped asking, leave the nigga alone. A couple of weeks later, about 6 weeks later, March 27th, I had a really bad day. Like, I was really fucking sad. I was really in my feelings. Probably because the next day was his birthday, March 28th. And so I don't know. Like, I was just sad about it. Cause like, damn, it's this nigga birthday. I ain't fucking with him. And I got in my feelings, and I sent a little text. Not to him. Sent a little text to somebody else, and I was ovulating that night, obviously, and I got pregnant. So I knew I was pregnant, but I did not take a test until May. So if y'all doing the numbers, I be telling my fucking business on this podcast. February 15th was him. March 27th, like going into the night of the 28th, was the other guy. It was about 6 weeks apart. And then by May 1st, I had a positive pregnancy test.
And didn't I tell you was pregnant?
You did. My clients were telling me that I was pregnant. That's how I just fucking knew I was pregnant. I just knew I was pregnant. But I said all that to say, same shit. We fell out, and I got pregnant. Do I think I'm wrong? Fuck no, we wasn't even dealing with each other. We wasn't I wasn't doing anybody wrong. I wasn't cheating on anybody. And then the motherfucker spent the block, well aware of the situation and the possibilities. He knew he could have fathered that child. We didn't know until DNA test. It was literally, come on now, I just gave y'all the dates. It was literally like that. He very well could have fathered the child. Mind you, he had a whole ass live-in girlfriend at the time that I had no idea about. Because when we was fucking in his house. So how the fuck you got a live-in girlfriend? You nigga, you was playing a dangerous fucking game.
Yeah.
But that's getting off on a tangent. I have, quote unquote, gotten pregnant on a nigga before. And I don't feel like I was wrong.
No.
But then they say we can't take accountability. So I'm trying to think like shit.
And black women don't do no wrong, period.
Yeah, black women, because black men don't cheat. So black
don't.
women don't do no fucking wrong, bro. All right, so he was probably in his feelings a little bit about you getting pregnant. Did y'all have a conversation about that? Like did he use that against you?
Not really, because I didn't care to talk about it.
What the fuck?
I was already pregnant. Ain't nothing he can say or do to. I was off him at the time.
Bitch, I need a course. Do you know how much I explained to this nigga? I went through the app, everything. Like, look, it was this date, it was that date. And she said I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give nothing.
I didn't care. I was happy with who I was with at the time, and I wasn't worried about him at all.
Fuck. Okay. So, obviously, you and your baby daddy, y'all don't have the best relationship. He ended up. What happened there?
Well, before I got pregnant with my youngest son, me and him got into it, and I ended up leaving because it was no longer safe for me to be there. and I didn't want my oldest baby, being in a toxic environment. So I just moved around. I think I was almost 2 months pregnant when I left him because his mom, she girl, so
Don't get started
messy.
on these fucking mamas.
A mama's boy to the fullest, but she really solidified my decision to move around because she just couldn't stay out of business. Knowing what he had did to me and knowing I could have been dead with a baby in my stomach, she didn't care about that. So.
Do not. These fucking mamas, bro. Y'all, as mothers of these men that be doing this shit, y'all gotta do better because y'all be enabling these niggas for real. And it's really fucking sad. And it honestly just keeps them in this cyclical nature. First of all, a lot of the problems that they have, I do believe the mama caused. Like, the man that you chose to have children with, and we got to take accountability. Sometimes we do get pregnant by fuck niggas or what have you. And we didn't make sure we were married. Like, all that shit they throw at single mothers. I wasn't married. It was a one night stand. It was a fling. You didn't have a ring first. All of that. Yeah, I take on all of that. So we make that decision, and then you end up getting a baby, and these children, especially the ones who are fatherless, they already have several strikes against them. How do you, as a mother, coddle and enable this fucking child and don't help them grow up and thrive and heal from some of the trauma that you fucking contributed to? You just pat them on the fucking back and send them at 34 fucking years old. You telling him what he doing is okay, and that the people that he is negatively impacting, they need therapy. You didn't need therapy. His motherfucking daddy didn't need therapy. He don't need therapy. I need therapy.
It's always like that. And yeah, I hate that. I hope I'm not that kind of mother to my sons.
Oh, no.
When they start a family, like, yeah, I'm here for you, but I'm not going to be in your business because I despised when it was done to me. Oof.
It's a disgusting feeling because as a woman, that's what the shit. You know what it feel like to be cheated on. You gotta know what it feel like to be disrespected. And if you don't, you're not an idiot, bro. There is some way that you can kind of understand or sympathize with me, and you really enabling this shit. I'm not enabling this shit my sons do if they wrong. I'm on the side of right. But obviously, so dad was he abusive? Can I ask you that?
Well, yeah, he was abusive, but the last star for me, this girl I was cool with at the time, I ended up going to her house because me and him had got into it or whatever. And when I came back, he had, I guess, made nachos. It was his brother's dad there, his cousin, and somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pregnant at the time. So me and KJ came back in and I ended up laying down or whatever. The next morning, I was feeling sick and I was hungry. So I started trying to warm up the food or whatever because I was pregnant and hungry. And we got into it about me warming up some his food, he said. But I'm like, well, I bought the food. So can you just let me eat this? I'll make some more when I'm done. Just leave me alone for a second. Just give me 5 minutes. So we kept yelling. He started cussing me out. I said it back. And he put his hands on me and, choked me and everything else. And my baby wasn't walking at the time. So he started crying and crawling, trying to get to me because he was like right there, like watching everything. So I did end up calling the police. And when I finally went outside, it was like probably 15 police out there because he would not let me go outside. He was like, what you gonna tell him? What you gonna tell him?
Wow.
I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna tell him. Like, just leave me alone. He was like pacing back and forth with me. Heard me on the phone with the police. I was giving his description and asked me if it was a gun in the house. I was like, yeah, it is. So they came in with their guns drawn too. And I picked up my baby and went outside. And they asked me what happened. I was like, nothing happened. And he didn't pay the rent yet during that time. So I didn't want to have to give me my baby stuff out and try to find somewhere to go. It was just too much. So the lady was like, what's that in your face? And I know it was a bruise, but I said, oh, it's probably a bump or whatever. I don't know what it is. So when I got back inside, it was a bruise on my face. But I ended up, like I said, leaving shortly after that because his mom was like, well, why you get pregnant again? I'm like, lady, I didn't get myself pregnant. Like, what do you mean? Like, what you mean?
Do they do anything fucking wrong, bro? Don't try to get me started on these niggas' mamas, bro.
And she was like, 80% of our problems. The other 20% was he not helping me. So after he started helping me, I said, okay, I'm not finna wash your clothes. I'm not cooking for you. You don't help this baby. You want it. The child you at least want it. I'm not doing nothing else for you. You call my daddy on me. I'm like, I'm not doing nothing for him. You can't tell me what to do. Like, I'm grown at this point. Like, no, I'm sorry. So, but before I had my baby, everything was perfect.
I was gonna ask that. So, were y'all in a relationship? Y'all were committed?
Yes. I met him when I was going to Skyline in what 20 uh oh, 09 or something, 08, something like that. Before my grandma had passed, I was talking to him, and it's what 16 or whatever. That's why I met him. He was going to school in Mesquite or whatever, but I was in a relationship with him.
Oh shit! What school he go to in Mesquite?
Seagoville.
Oh, okay. That's like, it's in Seagoville.
Yeah,
it's a little,
yeah.
it's a little past Mesquite. What was I finna say? So things didn't work out with him because of the abuse situation, right? And mom being heavily involved. When things didn't work out with him, is that when you ran back to Cupcake Man?
Yes.
Be real.
Yep. Because I ended up moving to Garland or whatever, and they was going to daycare that I had found this lady, and I had a job out there. So, and I really started back talking to him before I went to Arizona to live with my dad, so he can help me with them, because I was supposed to get a job at a school, and he was gonna watch them, whatever. But I ended up texting him like, "Hey, I'm from leave Arizona. Come on, come give me some. Come on."
Hey, baby, you look, hold on. That was some good dick.
Girl.
Was it some good dick? Because
you was finna lie.
I want to swallow and give me that dick and the goddamn screenshots he was sending and you was sending, baby. You was on that dick. You was like, bring me that dick, sir.
Didn't care about none of them red flags.
Bring that dick here.
For real.
Come here. Bring that dick here.
So after I texted him. I think I ended up leaving to Arizona, and I came back. Started back talking to him. Started back messing with him.
Did he welcome you with open arms?
Yes, he was around my children.
Did you go back to him or he came back to you?
It was mutual.
Okay.
Because when I called, he came. Period. Like, for real. And I even got into it with my ex-girlfriend about him because she didn't want me at his house. I'm like, well, he let me use his car to go to school. Like, come on.
Kayla, you got the ex-girlfriend, the goddamn baby daddy, and the Cupcake Man. Goddamn. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh, my. That pussy must be good. That sounds like a Choc factory pussy. Do you hear me? Make sure when I open my books, y'all come get waxed. Okay, so Cupcake Man welcomes you with open arms. Now, at this time, are y'all blending families? He has a daughter, you have 2 sons.
Yes.
Okay.
And like I said, he was around my children. And I one day asked my ex to help me with them. He was like, ask that nigga you messing with. I'm like, these not his children. Come on.
I hate when niggas do that.
And we had some more words, and he ended up calling him a patty cake ass nigga. I'm like, come on, you jealous because he made cupcakes? Like,
patty
for real.
Cake. He called him patty cake.
Yes. I'm like, come on.
Oh my God.
I wish I still had my phone so I can show the messages between me and him about Cupcake Man, but I'm like, come on, it's not that serious. Like, these are your children, not his.
Niggas
Like,
be friends. You can't lie. That's a good
yeah, it was funny.
Patty cake makers, man. Make me a cake as fast as you can.
Funny.
Pat it and pull it and work it with a K and put it in the oven for a Kayla and me. Yay!
You funny. Yeah, I'm like, but yeah, I mean, he was real cool. Like I said, at first I didn't want to talk to him, but I gave him a chance. He was sweet in the beginning. No,
he seems like a really sweet guy.
He kind of disrespectful a little bit, but like, I kept giving him chances, kept. Like, so now you do one thing to me, you gotta go.
So you know what? One of my clients asked me the other day. She was like, "What the fuck did she do? What did she lie about?" Because he keeps saying on social media like, "You're lying," and all of these other things. We're gonna get into that in the next few segments. But he like, "You're lying," and he gonna tell the true story. What the fuck is the true story? What are you lying about? What's the true story?
Well, I didn't really say much. I just said how it started.
Exactly.
And how it ended. I was 19, who was working at the job, and my birthday had passed because I was 18 when I started working there, then became 19. And he was trying to, for New Year's Eve, he called me, wanted me to chill with him. And I was like, I didn't want to because, like I said, he was lame to me, so I didn't want to be with him.
Not lame.
Just me and him. So he was like, okay, I'm going to call my baby. I'm going to go pick up. I said, okay, you do that. Like, I just didn't want to be with him on New Year's Eve. So I was 19 when it started, and he was, like I said, kind of disrespectful at some points. And another time I had left his apartment when he downtown, we got done doing what we was doing or whatever. I was about to leave, and I was going to get in my car and go, but this dude had stopped me trying to talk to me, and I didn't know Cupcake Man was watching me having a conversation with this other guy. So he ended up texting me and called me a 304. I was like,
Oh, wow.
no, you can't get mad. We're not together. Like, what are you talking about? I said, you should have went inside anyways. Why is you watching me? Like, after that, we got to it. I cut him off again. I text him later. He started back talking.
Y'all so toxic.
Yeah.
Fuck you, bring me some dick. Fuck you, bring me some dick.
Yeah, that's how it was. So he was like, I apologize, baby. I'll make it up to you. I was like, Cal.
You know how. Because, baby, if I get that text, if I ever get, which I can't get that text because my phone numbers have changed. The motherfucker can't call me and text me. But I might answer. I might respond. What you trying to make up? Tell me how you gonna do it.
But yeah.
So what is it that he has to hide? And let me explain that a little bit. Because my client, she was like, it seems like he got something to hide because he keeps saying she's a liar. She a liar. Don't listen to her. She ain't said shit. You literally hadn't said nothing. And that's why I was like, girl, I really don't know. We're going to talk about it on the podcast. I don't fucking know. So what does he have anything to hide? Or do you have something that he's afraid of you telling the world about?
I mean, not necessarily. Like, yeah, I knew his business and he knew mine, but it wasn't like some big secret. The only thing is when he got accused of whatever he did, and he kind of explained to me what happened, and I kept messing with him because I believed him. So it ain't like I ain't really nothing. I mean, we sent.
He got accused of something like criminal.
Yeah, some kind of sexual assault or whatever.
Oh,
but
wow.
Yeah, I asked him what happened. I got to his apartment one day. He told me what happened. I was like, it's kind of weird that it happened. He was like, yeah, I guess somebody did it to him or whatever. He was younger, so he thought it was okay. But other than that, we didn't see each other pictures and videos of genitals. So, and that's what he unsent to. And when he tried to post whatever, yeah, he sent me a picture of his penis. And yeah, for whatever reason, I guess he tried to make it seem like I was crazy. No. It was mutual. We was on each other. So.
It is a lot of that. We finna uncover that in a little bit. So go back to the incident. You said something was done to that person when they were young. So the person repeated the act because they thought it was okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. Yeah, I don't know. He went on his frenzy. You seen it, some of the stuff, and he was like, you lying or whatever. And I don't know.
But I didn't really say nothing.
You didn't say nothing. So let me ask you directly, what is your truth regarding this man? From the accident, the how much, you loved him or felt about him, if you feel betrayed, if you felt like he left you when you needed him the most. What's your truth? What does that look like, sound like?
Yeah, so yeah, that's one thing. I feel like he could have been there for me more instead of just saying, oh, you can come live with me. And I declined because I didn't want me and the lady to be into it for whatever reason. Me and my children being there, her being pregnant, him so-called saying it was a mistake, he didn't mean to do it or whatever. They were in a relationship. I guess it was his friend and he got her pregnant on accident or whatever.
Oh, wow. He wanted both of y'all in the apartment together?
Yeah, he told me I'm going to have two baby mamas named Kayla. I'm like,
wow.
What?
Her name Kayla too?
Yes.
I ain't got to worry about a nigga having another My Precious, but damn. What the fuck, Cupcake, man? God damn it.
I was like, I'm not, because and it's funny because if I didn't get in an accident with him, I would have probably got pregnant by him. I would have still been messing with him to this day if I didn't get in an accident.
And stuff like that really truly be God's protection.
Yeah.
So we got into a lot in that segment. So thank you, Kayla, for butterflying for me. I'm going to move on to our next segment, which is called lip strip. You already know the lip strip is one of the hardest strips that we pull in the wax room. It's going to bring that ouch, that yell, that scream up out of you, that holler. So in wax room on air, when I pull your lip strip, I'm asking you tough questions. Sometimes these questions might make you mad. They might make you cry. The purpose of them is to evoke an emotional response, as the lip strip does in the wax room. My first lip strip that I'm going to pull is, are you a stalker? Because that's what a Cupcake man said.
Hey, he can say whatever he want to say. I can't be a stalker. If you met my granny, you met my auntie, Gave her some cupcakes. You've been around my children. Like, you told me to come to your apartment plenty of times. If I'm a stalker, the concierge is not finna wake me up after the first time and be like, okay, just go ahead up. Like, you can't be a stalker. You know I'm coming. Like, you tell me to come. Like, no, sorry, I'm not.
Do you
No.
think he's saying you became a stalker? Like, maybe he stopped fucking with you and then you became obsessive over him? Because that's another word that he uses a lot. He calls you obsessed.
No, because I mean, it's no way for me to stalk you. I mean, you knew where I was. I knew where you was. You let me drive your car, like I said. So if I'm a stalker, why am I in your car?
Did you ever pop up on him?
No, he knew I was coming every time. I told him I'm finna come. Give me some. Boom.
Give me some dick.
Yeah, like no, he knew I was coming every time. I'm not no pop up person. I'm not finna flame your tires, but you want none of that. I'm not no.
Yeah,
I'm not. I don't have the energy
I'll
for
pop
that.
up, but I don't do no busting.
No, I don't
no
pop up at all. For what?
I'll pop up, nigga. Open this motherfucking door, bitch.
No.
But then again, you don't give a fuck. I be in my feelings, and every time I be popping up. Why would you go pop up knowing you finna get your fucking feelings hurt? One of my friends told me that, bitch. Why are you about to pop up knowing you finna get your feelings hurt? Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why? I don't know why we do that. So you said you didn't pop up. What about blowing up his phone, like calling him back to back?
I don't have to do that either because, like I said, once I'm off you, I'm off you.
Mm-hmm.
Only time I didn't call him was when we got into it, and I hang up in his face or he hang up in mine. But that's it. I'm not finna call 3, 4, 500 times. I'm not doing that. Like, I just don't care.
Do you have any triggers that brings back memories of that day?
It's not necessarily a trigger, but just knowing I don't have function of my limbs the way I want to. Like, I still can't write with my right hand. I'm a left-handed person now. I can't really make a fist. That's why when I got into it with my ex-friend on Facebook, whatever, she was trying to say something to me or had people talking about me knowing I can't really do much, but it's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. So if I was ever in a battle or whatever.
Look at camera one and say that again.
It's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. So if I feel like I gotta protect myself, I'm gonna do that. Period. So me not being able to use my hand don't mean nothing at all.
Wow, it look like you're using your hands perfectly fine to me. Shit.
Yep.
Have you received proper support from him since the accident?
No, he claimed he was gonna cook me a meal. That was years ago. I never got it. He blocked me instead.
Do you want support? Like, is it what can he do for you?
I mean, ain't really too much he can do now, but
apologize.
I mean, he halfway did that once. I guess I went viral, but I was just really being funny anyways. Like, didn't think he would care, didn't think he would have nothing to say because he didn't say nothing back then except come move in with me. That's all he said.
What about sentimental shit like hold you one last time or like you crying his chest, that sentimental I am sorry, we didn't mean it, we fucked up type shit?
I really don't want him touching me, but I know if I was to call him today and be like, give me something, he's gonna come no matter what he want to say because niggas that easy.
She said, tell camera one.
If I call you today, you're gonna come. That's how easy you are to me. But no,
these niggas do be
I don't
easy.
want him touching me.
Episode.
None of that. I mean, he really could have been there for me, like I said, more than what he was. Like, all my injuries, it took me months to be able to use my hand again, be able to write,
Right.
And like even sometimes if the lights were bright, it hurt my eyes. Like, it's just little stuff he could have did and still really can do now, but I know he probably not. So
how in the fuck how in the fuck do you get into an accident? Okay, did y'all ever say I love you?
Maybe when we was having sex. Maybe when I was drunk. I'm not finna hold you.
Okay.
But other than that, no. I mean, I care for him because, like I said, at first I wasn't fucking with him. But after a while, he kept on trying. He was persistent, so I gave him a chance. But I had feelings for him. Yeah, didn't want to be with him at the time. No, because he had too much going on.
Right.
So.
I mean, so leave it there. How do you get into an accident with somebody that you care about? With somebody that you have feelings for, if it were mutual for him? They're on their deathbed. They can die at any fucking moment. And you have no regard. Do you ask yourself that question? Have you asked him that question?
Not really because I don't know what my dad told me was Cupcake Man was basically saying I was a side piece, but I told my daddy he wasn't in a relationship. Like if he was, like he did it very well.
How you a side piece going over his house? That be
Exactly.
even confusing me. I don't know. Somebody gonna have to answer me that. How in the fuck are y'all in full blown ass relationships and y'all have women in y'all houses like comfortably? Like I don't see it like I don't see y'all playing a dangerous fucking game.
Yeah.
And then my last lip strip is how can I support you moving forward?
I mean, I don't really know how you can support me. I really get it done like
I
by
love
myself.
that.
Period. Like I have to make it happen because if I don't, who will?
I love that. Well, I'm gonna continue to talk our shit, pop our shit like we do in the DMs, laugh on social media. I'm always here if you ever need, to call. And we got a business venture that we talked about earlier in the episode that we gonna bring to fruition for you. So I'll just continue to support you in the ways that I know how. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm very inspired. I'm just girl, I'm in fucking awe. You done been through some shit. Alrighty. So our next segment is called Go Through Your Phone. Do you have your phone on you?
Yes.
I'm gonna go through your phone. So open your phone up and go to your messages. And then go to the search feature. You know how like you search a keyword?
Yeah.
Search cupcakes. And read whatever message.
I can try to read whatever he didn't unsend.
No, it don't have to be from him. Just the word cupcakes.
Okay. It's loading.
Okay. Have y'all been in contact at all since the whole Facebook post?
He inboxed me. Basically, I guess trying to halfway care, halfway be funny, but I stopped replying to him when he started lying. So I
God
just
damn, why do they do that shit? Like, if you gonna hit me up, at least be fucking real. Don't come back lying and shit, my nigga.
Yeah.
Give it a rest.
I got a few messages, but it ain't too much about.
You can choose whichever one you want and read it.
Okay, yeah. So me and my sister was talking about this girl I used to be cool with. I guess to my sister I gave Cupcake Man some money. I said, no ma'am, I did not. And you can ask him yourself. Talking to my sister, I'm like, no, because like for what? I'm not no stewhead like she was, the girl.
Oh, the girl was. You ain't never gave a nigga money?
I have, but not the Cupcake Man.
I don't think I would send like cash up money, like being funny, like for pizza and stuff. We was in a whole ass relationship. That man paid all the bills. I wasn't really sending him money. I don't think I ever sent the nigga money for real.
Yeah, I have. But
I done bought food or whatever, but
I stopped. But me and this guy used to be best friends. I done bought him some shoes, and we was having sex too. I bought him some shoes before.
I done did stuff like that.
Yeah, but as far as me just like stacks, no, I don't do that.
Yeah, she said stacks. I spent some stacks on some courtside tickets to the Lakers game, and bought that nigga a authentic Kobe jersey. That shit ran me $400. I don't want to talk about that. That shit hurt. Next week is the motherfucking anniversary, bitch. I want my cash at me my motherfucking money back, bro. Our next segment is called "Don't Let Justin LaBoy Get You Fucked Up." That's a Lady London lyric. I love her to death. But I know everybody gotta know who the fuck Justin LaBoy is. He dropped these crazy ass memes and he really be starting shit. And that's why Lady London was saying, like, basically, don't let him get you fucked up. Basically, this segment, I just read a popular meme and we talk about it a little bit. I felt like this meme was very befitting for this episode. It's by Candice.love, CANDYSS.love on Instagram. She is somebody that y'all need to go follow. Run, do not walk if you are on your healing journey, because she is a freaking staple in the healing community for Black women. Make sure that you buy her book and just support her, okay? Because she helped me a lot through my healing journey. for the free. Like I would just save the post and go back and read them when I was at my lowest and I didn't have a lot of resources. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and read the quote. She says, 2024, I'm getting everything off my chest and I don't care how it makes me look. I just care about how it makes me feel. I've done far too much damage internally, holding in unsaid words inside, feeling heavy from lack of self expression. Is this my intentional villain error? Kayla?
Yeah,
How you feel about being a villain? Are
I
you
don't
in your
care.
villain era?
Yep, I am, and I can be the villain in whoever's story. I don't care
That's motherfucking right.
because I'm gonna say what I want to whoever about whatever. If you feel some type of way, take that up with God. Argue with your mammy, not me.
With your mama, not me. With your enabling ass mama.
Yeah.
I'm definitely in my motherfucking villain era, bitch. And I don't give a fuck, but I do give a fuck, but I don't give a fuck. Because much to what she was saying, I have internalized so much pain. I feel like, especially being I won't say a victim, but being that I have experienced narcissistic abuse, I was silenced for a long time, mentally and emotionally. I spent a lot of dark nights in the fucking shower crying, on the bathroom floor crying, on the kitchen floor crying, feeling hopeless as fuck, and like I didn't have a voice. Me, Choc, the one who talked, the one who was full of personality, was literally mute for the last 2 years. So that's what this podcast is about. I'm in my motherfucking villain era. I'm telling my story. I want to create a platform for people to come on, tell their stories, and have a safe place. It's important to get this shit out. It's better out than in. If you keep it in, that shit will be intoxicating. It will manifest into physical like ailments, diseases, and things like that. And that's not good for you. You got to get this shit off your chest and journal it, talk about it, write about it, rap about it. I got a little project that I might drop, a little one to get some shit off my chest. But I'm definitely getting shit off my chest in 24.
Yep, and I post about it because I be getting paid. So
Not getting paid on Facebook.
yep, if I post about it, I'm getting paid about it.
So this next segment is called Let Me See It. As you know, once you get off the wax table, the first thing you want to do is see it. The girls want to see it. They want to use it. They want to take flicks and send it to their partner. So Let Me See It is basically our sex segment about coochie, sex, whatever, all things. This meme is from Cookie Lion on Facebook, KOOKIELYON. When I'm sucking your dick, look down at me and spit in my mouth. How you feel about that, Kayla?
No, I do not dare spit in my mouth. Like, no. And even so, boom, when Cupcake Man gave me head one time, it was good. But all that spitting on me, yes, he had a tongue on him.
Bro, was he your best eater?
If I'm comparing men, yeah.
Wait a minute, shit is finna get spicy.
If I'm comparing him and a woman, no.
So women eat coochie better?
I mean, I think, because they know what they like. They know what it is, where it is. So, yeah.
Tell me more.
Yes.
Okay, so as far as men, he your best eater.
Definitely.
Damn, bitch. I felt a little something in my chest. How do it feel to lose your best fucking eater, bro? How are you surviving?
I mean, I don't really think about it. I really don't too much care, for real. Like,
damn.
Yeah.
So I'm not dating me. I don't have shit to do with men at all. Like, I'm not dating them. I'm not fucking them. I'm not nothing. I don't even want to smell a nigga cologne. And stay the far the fuck away from me, please. I don't listen to music, not secular music, but sexual music. I don't listen to sexual music because it kind of turn you on. These fucking suppositories, they my fucking enemy, bro. Anytime I pop one to like give me a little cleanse or whatever, it has some type of agent in there that makes you horny as fuck. So coochie, just the heartbeat just be. And it be so fucking wet, aloe vera like just going crazy. And I'm like, bro, I'm finna have to stop using the pussy box because it makes you so fucking horny. And it be working against me, but in them moments are the only moments where I'm like, fuck, I lost my best eater, bro.
Yeah,
Come back home.
I don't too much care about sex. Really, like I can go years without having
Years
sex.
is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I really feel like the only reason I should be having sex is to get pregnant. I'm done having children. I don't gotta have sex with nobody no more.
I enjoy the physical aspect of it. I enjoy the excitement and the steaminess and the closeness, the intimacy. But I'm not there to have sex. Like I don't want to have sex with nobody right now. Like you said, like we building a family. If I really just fuck with you like that, but at the end of the day, you don't have nothing that you could offer me. I'm so focused on my passion and my purpose and healing myself that dick would be nothing but a distraction. But I do have my days where I miss my best eater, bro. I do. I do. But nah, I don't give a fuck. When I'm sucking, I don't spit in my mouth. That's some nasty ass shit. I said I want king shame on here. So to me, it's nasty. Okay, I might do some things that y'all feel is nasty, but don't spit in my mouth. That's just ugh.
Mm-mm.
Cold spit in my damn mouth. I don't give a fuck if it's warm. It's nasty. Our next segment is called trauma dump. As you know, we did a lot of trauma dumping today. We do a lot of trauma dumping in the wax room. My clients come in and be telling me everything. They got an abortion. They cheated on their husband. I remember one client, she walked in. Y'all, this lady was brand new. I had never seen her before. She was new on the books. She walked in and was like, telling me all her business. She had divorced her husband. And she was like, yeah, and I'm about to give me some dick for the first time in like 25 years.
Oh wow.
I was like, nice to meet you too. My bad. Like, excuse me. I didn't know this was a therapy session. But no, for real, on a serious note, we do trauma dump a lot in the wax room. So it was only right that I brought a segment like that here into Wax Room on Air. This is where my listeners write in and we give them advice. So I'm going to go ahead and read the letter. Hey there, I'm reaching out for some advice or maybe just some support. I've been dealing with depression for a while now and it's been tough. But meds aren't my thing. I've seen so many family members become addicted and just sit in their sorrows. On top of that, I went through a really rough breakup that shook me to my core. Since then, I've lost touch with who I am and what I love. My heart feels heavy and I'm struggling to find my passions again. I don't have much support around me. I am trying to build my credit, go to school, and build a career, but it's all overwhelming. I feel lost and frustrated. I do pray and meditate to cope, but it's still tough. I am terrified of being alone, but I also find it hard to trust people. It's like I'm in a constant battle. It's a constant battle not to push everyone away to protect myself. Any advice or support would mean the world to me right now. What you got for it, Kayla?
So, I understand how you feel and I empathize with you. As far as the depression and things, what I did was just go places by myself or taking my babies with me, buying us clothes, whatever, getting our hair done, stuff like that, going out to eat, going to movies by myself because I don't mind being by myself. Like, I know some people don't like it. I love it. I prefer being by myself because it's just more peaceful that way.
Right.
As far as the medicine, yeah, I didn't take medicine either. I just got out of it by myself. You know, I don't know. It's just I guess something that happens. Everybody deals with depression differently, so it's no cookie cutter type thing. But yeah, I mean, if you need a friend, you can always inbox me, message me. We can go do some, go try some new food places. I love trying new food places and stuff like that. So yeah, you have a friend in me. So
Oh, that is so sweet. All her stuff is gonna be in the episode, but y'all go find that out at the end when I say it in my closing. I second everything you said. The biggest part is remembering who you are because depression has a way of putting blinders and putting weight on you. Not to where you don't remember who you are, but you kind of don't even care who you are. So get up, get dressed, get your ass outside, get that sun on your skin. You want to feel the sun on your skin. Feeling the sun on your skin is going to be an immediate turnaround of some sort. And like Kayla said, spend a lot of time with yourself in your own company. One of my favorite things to do when I'm depressed is to clean or reorganize, because we can't control our emotions and our mental health a lot of the time. But what we can control is our environment. You can go clean the kitchen, you can go wash the dishes, you can make up the bed, and you will kind of recognize your power because you've taken this room from messy to organized, right? And it gives you a sense of accomplishment, and it gives you a sense of control. Like she said, we do all have different coping mechanisms when it comes to depression. I can identify with you a lot when it comes to that medicine. I too have had a lot of family members who pop pills left and right. That's just not my thing. I have been prescribed medicine for postpartum depression, and I did not choose to take it because I don't want to deal with the side effects. I rather just try to heal myself naturally by finding myself again, go to a cooking class, plant a garden, things like that. Start you a hobby and just kind of just get back to yourself. That's the best thing you can do, is get back to yourself. As far as being in the constant battle of pushing everyone away, girl, I feel you. And I don't know, we're gonna have to maybe bring a professional on who can really just talk to that point, because I struggle with that. I had somebody tell me they love me the other day, and I kind of laughed it off, like, boy, leave me the fuck alone. And he was like, no, I'm serious. And when I looked that man in his eyes, he was for real. And I still haven't been receptive of it. And I haven't said it back. And I don't know, I don't think it's romantically, but I also don't think it's platonically like how he meant it. And I can't receive it. And I knew that day would come. That I done been through so much fucking trauma and so much pain. I feel like the whole fucking world is out to get me. So although I love people and I need people, I'm pushing them the fucking way. That same person hugged me and I just like bursted into fucking tears. And I needed that hug so bad, but at the same time, I was rejecting it. It's like I'm so under loved right now. I'm so under touched. I kiss my kids and I hug my kids, but I don't get pats on the back. I don't get rubbed. I don't get a hug anymore. When I used to have that shit every day, especially being in a relationship. So it's like a motherfucker turn around and give me a true warm hug. Bitch, I'm a breakdown right now. Right now in the fucking tears. But I also be rejecting that shit because I just feel like you can't trust people. So I identify with that. And we're gonna get a professional who can speak to that area, because I really don't know what to tell you to do about that, baby. I'm trying to figure that shit out myself. Our next segment is called Ouch Bomb. As you know, I put Ouch Bomb on at the end of all y'all waxes. It's a healing ointment that helps heal the skin after it has went through the trauma of the wax. And basically, this is just our healing advice segment. I pulled another meme from Facebook from Lorraine Dela Cruz, and it's a picture of a grown woman looking into a mirror, and she's holding hands like she's reaching out to touch her younger self, basically. And it says, the pain wasn't your fault, but the healing is your responsibility. What I would like to say to that is, that's absolutely true. You didn't cause the motorcycle accident, right? We didn't cause our our dads to leave, our husbands or our boyfriends to betray us, our children's fathers not to be involved. Even if we played a part, you are not the sole factor in the causation of that, right? Your mom not being a great mom, the job not coming through, whatever the fuck it is that you are hurting about right now, you did not cause that. But you are solely fucking responsible to heal from it. And like we were saying, much to the mothers who enable their children when they know they wrong, they didn't put healing at the forefront, so they don't require their children to heal. And then it creates this cyclical nature of toxicity and just trauma and hurt, right? This is why healing is so fucking important. Even if you didn't do it yourself, you didn't hurt yourself, you didn't cut yourself, it's still important to dress the wound so that you can heal. You are responsible for your fucking healing. Hold people harmless and just really become serious and obsessed with your healing. Do you have anything to say to that, me?
I think I probably would address my trauma by jokes. I can make a joke out of anything.
I do.
Like, yeah, that's really how I address anything. I don't go to therapy. I probably should, but I just make jokes. That's how I deal with stuff.
I am in therapy, but I be laughing too. That heartbreak, that shit made I had to laugh, bitch. I gotta laugh to keep from crying. That I really feel like that shit made me funny as fuck. I feel like a little Facebook comedian.
Yeah.
I added 2 because this one was right on point and I could not choose. This healing advice is exes can smell progress. Exes can smell progress. Stay focused. Bitch, you fine. You successful, you thriving, you smiling, you have healed from postpartum depression, hair done, nails done, everything. You look good. A nigga can smell that progress, okay? And if you listening, your ex know that you are progressing and you're moving up in life. Don't let that nigga come undo all the work, bro. Don't do
Yeah.
it. They can smell the progress, baby. Stay focused.
Because it's like once I left him alone or whatever, Cupcake man, my life got better.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you leave somebody alone, you just elevate.
I feel so powerful in the fact that can't nobody break my heart. I sleep good every night knowing that I don't give a fuck what you doing. You cannot break my heart by sneaking behind my back with your fucking baby mama, with lying, with cheating, with sending bitches money, with giving me the silent treatment. No man can hurt my motherfucking feelings right now. I sleep good every fucking night and I feel so powerful in that fact. Yes, I do long for a relationship sometimes and touch and simple things like that. Like, I'm not saying I'm invincible, but at the same time, I like where I'm at. I really truly like where I'm at. I'm glad God protected me from what I thought I fucking wanted, and I don't see myself ever going back. And if y'all see me going back, bitch, slap me.
Yes.
Don't let me go back.
But I don't even want a relationship. Like if I had 50 cats at 50 years old, that's what that is. I don't care to be in a relationship. I don't care if somebody talk to me. I want to go on a date. You can have my number. Leave me alone.
I'm there now, but I feel like it's a coping mechanism. Eventually, I think I want to get married. And that's why I'm kind of thinking, I wonder like what marriage look like for me. Do marriage look like I'm going to be 35, 40 years old? Are my sons going to be teenagers? Are they going to be out of the house? Like, am I going to give up on marriage at a certain age? I don't know. I don't want nobody in my space right now because I'm living my best life doing my big one. And I had already let somebody ruin it one time before when I was on my way to peak. So this time ain't no nigga finna distract me. Stay on the sidelines, motherfucker. But I don't think I'm done with love and with marriage just yet.
I think I am. I don't know.
I don't want it right now, but like in the future, like I still sometimes lay down in the bed at night and be like longing for the day that I be held again.
Baby, I don't care to be here. I'm gonna hold this money.
I know this motherfucker right. Hold this money. So we're gonna go ahead and get into one of our last segments. It's called Pass Me the Aux Cord. Young kids, y'all don't know nothing about this. But when somebody was playing some music that you didn't want to hear, you told them to pass you the fucking aux cord so you could play what you wanted to hear. In this segment, I basically just recommend songs that kind of align with the topic we talked about today, which was we was kind of all over the place. We talked about mothering, we talked about healing, we talked about trauma. So with that being said, my recommendations are A Mother's Prayer by K. Michelle, Bigger by Beyonce. Bitch, that's gonna wake you up and get you on your path to your purpose and your passion. Bigger is a good song for you to remember who the fuck you are for real. And then Ways by Janae Aiko. I like that one a lot too. Do you have any songs that you recommend?
I'm gonna listen to those because I haven't heard some of them songs. But I don't really. I listen to a little bit of everything. Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, Katy Perry. I don't listen to the stuff people normally listen to.
she like take my black card. I ain't listen.
Yeah, I don't really care for it really, but
I don't listen to that shit.
my sister always making joke that I listen to Taylor Swift. Yep, dude, and I love them. But I don't really have no song recommendations. I listen to gospel music too, but
oh yeah, I listen to gospel too.
Yeah.
Before we close out, can you show the camera your socks? Y'all, she came in here with some fucking cupcake socks, bro. She came in here with some cupcake socks on motherfucking theme. I know that's fucking right. The last bit of this conversation is called Rebook, and the most important part of your wax is rebooking your wax so that you can stay consistent. You can stay in the loop. You can also build your network with your waxer. With that being said, if you found any value in Kayla's story, if you could resonate or identify with some of the things that she spoke about today, I do ask that you rebook with her, that you follow her on her social medias, that you support her in anything that she has going on. Is there anything that you would like to share with the people that you have coming up and that you want them to support you in?
Mm, not really. I don't really have anything right now. But yeah, y'all can DM me if y'all need some IDs or something like that, you know.
Okay, period, poo. Well, Kayla, thank you so much for bearing your soul, for being naked and open on these cameras. I'm pretty sure you probably gonna have a follow up episode to come back.
Yep.
um, if there is nothing else, there is another fucking episode of Wax Room on air. I might fuck around and heal. Are you coming? Until your next wax. Bye, ladies and gentlemen. It's Choc, your waxer and coochie connoisseur, and I'm fucking out. That's a wrap. We about to launch this motherfucker now. We got 4 episodes, bitch. It's time to launch.